Hello everyone. This is a live video that I am trying to launch. Is there anyone? Hi Sanoop. So I have a big announcement to make, and this is regarding my coaching business. And for me, it's a very big milestone, and I thought I'll come in a live session to announce this. And together, let's celebrate this milestone. Yeah. Hi, Ranji. Thank you for joining. Hi, Raghav. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to wait for a few more minutes, and then we will get going to what it is. What is this big news? Now, it's a big deal for me because I started to launch, I started the coaching journey 3 months back, and I've been continuously writing our content and reaching out to a lot of people to help me launch this as a business. So that's why it's a big day to celebrate. Hi, Thomas. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. So this is let me tell you what it is about. Now, coaching is something that is very undervalued, or a lot of people do not know what coaching is, at least in India. It's very popular in the US and many other countries, but here in Dubai and in India, people do take a lot of leadership coaching, which is sponsored by a lot of companies. But other than that, a life coaching or coaching for your personal issues or personal goals, it's something that is in its very primitive stage, and my goal is to provide the maximum awareness about coaching, and that is why hi Rahul, hi Kirti, hi Ria, thank you for joining. Thanks a lot. My mom has joined, my sister has joined, my brother-in-law has joined. Anyway, thank you everyone for the support. Hi Krunal, thank you for joining. So let me tell you this. I have finally launched my website. It is complete. It contains everything that you want to know about coaching. What is coaching? What is the process? How to go about it. What are the fees? What are the rates? What are the packages? Is coaching for you? What all details you want to know about coaching, it's all in there. And this is my big news. The big news is about this milestone that I have reached, which is nothing but the launch of my website, the launch of my company, which is Transforming Minds. And the website is www.tmindscoaching.com. It's on this link. I have put it as a topic. I don't know where to see this now, but it's there. Please go and check it out. It has all the information that you need to know about coaching, about me, and about how to benefit from coaching and things like that. So yeah, that is the big news. So thank you everyone again for joining me and celebrating this big milestone with me. Hi Srishti, hi Chris, hi Mithun, hi Krunal. Thank you so much for joining. So yeah, I think there is a link on the comments. It's www.tmindscoaching.com. I have put a lot of hard work on writing the content, and there is a very dedicated, very creative team who has helped me to put together the design and help me launch this website. So kudos to them also. Yeah, so that's the big news. Hi, Veena. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sagar. Thank you for joining. I also want to take this opportunity to spread more awareness about coaching and try and understand from you if you have any questions about what is coaching, or because since the time that I launched this business of my own, which is Transforming Minds, there's been a lot of questions that keep coming up about what do you do exactly, what is this coaching thing? It looks very fancy to me, but what is it all about, right? I will try and answer most of these questions right now, since we are on a live session. Here there's a question, why should I do coaching, which is an excellent question. I will try and answer these questions now, but first things first, what is coaching? See, coaching is nothing but a meaningful conversation between two individuals. It's very simple. It's just that. Now, when I say a meaningful conversation between two people, you may ask, so we discuss our problems with our friends, family, mentors, people who we look up to. We often discuss your problems with yourself, right? Yeah, hi Varun. Yeah, hi Deepthi. Yeah. So basically, you tend to discuss a lot of your problems or goals or aspirations or dreams, everything with your peers and family and with yourself as well. Now, what is the difference between coaching and the rest of these approaches? For one, when it's a conversation within yourself, when you're talking to yourself, most of the times you become very self-critical, you overanalyze things, you tend to overthink a lot, and this leads to a situation where there's inaction. Basically, you don't take any action out of that, or it just makes you feel bad about yourself. This happens to all of us, right? When we talk to so a lot of self-talking leads to overanalysis, which leads to paralysis, basically, which is no action at all. And when you talk to people who you look up to, who you love, your friends, peers, and your colleagues, people are very good at advising, and they will advise you no matter what. Whatever is your problem, whatever is your goal, whatever is your aspiration, it just doesn't matter. They will have a solution for it, right? And but then it's their advice, and it's not your solution to your problem. It's something that is being prescribed. Now, what is the difference between coaching and the rest of other conversations that you have on a regular basis? It's just that in coaching, it's a meaningful conversation between two individuals, that is the coach, which is me, and you, to get something meaningful out of it. By meaningful, I mean it just reveals more about yourself. It just reveals more about your priorities, your weaknesses, your strengths, your abilities, your dreams, your goals. It just brings you closer to yourself, and that is what coaching does. So this is what coaching is. It's just a revelation about yourself. Of course, without being judgmental, without making any judgments of yourself. Of course, in a conversation with yourself and with your peers or colleagues, there is a lot of judgment about you, and you don't want to open up. Even to yourself, you do not want to open up. But coaching is a very safe place to open up, is a very trustworthy environment where nobody is judging you, and you can open up and you can talk to yourself to actually, derive something very meaningful out of it. And that is what coaching is. Moving on. to the next question, how is it done? Okay, so coaching is basically, it's a one-on-one session. Either it's an online session or it's an offline session. Yes, it can be done remotely. It can be done face-to-face as well. You just need an internet connection with a Wi-Fi. It could be an audio call or a video call. It is normally a 1 hour session, once in 2 weeks or once in a week, depending on what you're looking for. And typically a coaching session, will prolong for about 8 to 9 sessions. Yeah, it will prolong to about 8 to 9 sessions, where if you want to see very significant results or if you want to see significant changes in yourself over a period of 3 to 4 months. So that's how it is done. Hi Rohit, thank you for joining. Okay, so Arun has a question. Can coaching be done remotely? Will it be effective? Yes, it is. Yes, it will be effective. Let me tell you why. Because most of the people, right, it's very difficult for them to physically be present in front of a stranger who is a coach and open up and start talking. A lot of my clients actually tell me that I only want an audio call with you, because it's in their comfort zone. They're at their home. They are in their comfort zone in a computer or on a phone, and they are talking with you. So it's going to be a very safe and trustworthy environment for them. And for that matter, it's going to be very effective. And I have seen results when it's an audio call or a video call, other than when it's a face-to-face call. Yeah, so that is another question. What else do you want me to? Okay, so how is coaching different from counseling? This goes back to the definition of coaching, which is having a meaningful conversation where you get to understand more about yourself. Counseling is basically prescribing a lot of advice for your problems. See, the fundamental belief of coaching is that you are the master of your own life, and you know all the solutions to your problems. You know how to achieve your goals. You know how to achieve your dreams, how to realize your dreams, your aspirations. You have all the answers. Now, how do you take out the answers? It's all in there, but there's a lot of smoke or air that needs to be cleared so that all the answers come out. And as a coach, my job is to dig deep and get all those answers for you, right? So it's basically the difference in the approach. There is no advice here. There are no judgments here. It's basically a question answer session where I ask you a lot of thought-provoking questions which will enable you to think more and realize more about yourself. Yeah, so yeah, that is coaching. Thank you Pushpa, Sajid for joining. Thank you John for joining. Thank you Shabas. Thank you Rahul, Sheldon, Kasturi, Madhurima, Kimberly. Thank you so much. How do I know I need coaching? Now that's a very beautiful question. How do you know that you need coaching? Just ask yourself, are you able to sleep properly at night? Is there something that is unsettling in your mind? Is there something that is troubling you, that it's compromising your work, your daily routine? Or is just that something that you want to do for a long time and you have not been able to do it, but you feel guilty about yourself? So that will actually tell you if you need coaching or not. Basically, when a person comes for a discovery call is the first call with a coach. In a discovery call, they talk a lot about their dreams and aspirations and troubles and challenges. There's a lot of talking that goes on. But it's only in the second or third or fourth session that you actually realize what your priorities are. You become more clearer on, are these goals really important to you? what do they mean to you, and things like that. Yeah. So this is, so basically, if you want to know if you need coaching or not, there should be some void. There should be some, you should have an unsettling mind. I mean, it's not like you should have, you will probably be unsettled with whatever you have or whatever you've achieved. It's basically that peace of mind or happiness, or that definition of success not there, you've not figured it out yet, then that is the time that you need coaching. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Ashmeet, Gayatri, Hemlata, Blessy, Nisha. Thank you so much for joining. Anukriti, thank you. Bharadwaj, thank you for joining. Aishwarya, thank you. There is this question, what made you want to be a coach? Thank you. Thank you for that question, Sudha. So, see, I was in a phase of my life where I had something unsettling in my mind, as I just mentioned. It was a feeling that I could not define. I knew that I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what it was. And I did not take a coaching training. I took a coaching session. I met a life coach, and I took a coaching session on my own. And it just changed the perspective of my life, the way I look at life, the way I approach things, what I want from life. And that is how I took coaching as a profession, or it's rather a passion for me, to inspire people or to encourage people to achieve greater success and happiness in life. And trust me, this will work. It's worked for me, and if it can work for me, it can work for anyone else. Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. Okay, there's a beautiful, okay, I took a retirement from office going job about 6 years ago to follow my passion in app and game development. I am content with how is it going, but is there a possibility that a coach can discover some hidden aspect? Now, see, a lot of people casually ask me, Aina, I want to lose weight. Can you help me as a coach to lose weight? Now, it's very important to know how important that goal is to you. How important is losing weight to you? Is it something like a burning issue for you? Is it something that is constantly troubling you, constantly making you feel bad about yourself? Or is it something that is a good to have? Like, if I lose weight, I can wear good clothes and I can feel good about myself. Is it just that? You need to understand what that goal is and how it is important to you. And of course, I will help you understand if the goal is really important to you. But as a coach, I cannot find any hidden aspects if you're very settled with your life and if you're truly happy about your life. But yes, I can help you find a lot of hidden aspects in your life. If you feel there is something missing, I can find that missing for you, right? So that is coaching all about. Okay. Another great question, how do we trust a coach? Okay, so how do we trust a coach? I will answer this in a different question, which is how to choose a coach, basically, right? So choosing a coach, it's first of all, it needs to be a platform where you can trust the other person. A coach is a stranger. You may be meeting him or her for the first time, and you're going to open up your life to him or her. So you need to be able to trust. You need to be able to comfortable opening up. The more you open up, the more effective, the more you benefit from the coaching sessions. Because these are, I don't think anybody does coaching for charity, or it's never a free session. A lot of people make huge amount of huge fortune out of it. Like, there is someone who is $1 million coach. So basically, it's not for charity. So how do you justify what you pay to them, pay per hour? You make every hour count. How do you make every hour count? Is by being as open as possible trusting the coach, and being in a very, and understanding that it's a very safe and confidential platform where you can really open up. Now, one thing to look in a coach is, of course, the coach doesn't prescribe or advise. She will just ask you a lot of questions, a lot of powerful questions, which will provoke you to think more about yourself. So that is one skill that the coach has got. Another thing is that a coach is someone who's non-judgmental and has undue positive regard for the person sitting opposite him. When I say non-judgmental, it's a simple difference, right? If you tell me that I want to achieve a particular goal, now I can be judgmental and I can ask you, why do you want to achieve that goal? That's a very wrong question to come from a coach. The right question should be, how important is the goal to you, right? The moment you ask why, you're being judgmental. You're putting the person who's opposite to you in a very defensive, uncomfortable position, and that is not what we want from a coaching session. Yeah. Okay. So another question: does coaching involve only conversation, and how can you help me achieve my goals? Okay. So no, coaching is not only it's not only conversations. See, it depends on what you are looking for. If you're looking for some clarity in life, then of course there's going to be a lot of conversations, but we do have some tools like Wheel of Life, or working on your attitudes, beliefs, and value system to get more clarity on what your priorities are and what your focus areas are. A lot of people have joined: Altaf, Ajit, Abhinay, Neeta. Thank you, Emil. Thank you for joining. Teenia, Ashwini, Saumya, thank you so much for joining. So we are having a discussion about coaching, and there are a lot of questions that is coming up. So the question that I was trying to answer now is it only about conversation, or how is it going to help you achieve your goals, right? So we do have goal trackers, we do have client development forms, a lot of reflection papers or assessments that these are basically assignments. See, one thing about coaching is that it's not a casual conversation. Okay, it's not a casual conversation. It's a very responsible conversation where the client, or where you are accountable for whatever you're agreeing in that session. So today in a coaching session, if you agree with me that I will go to the gym every day, for 60 minutes or for an hour, then you should be accountable for it. And only then will you able to achieve your goal. Now, how will you be accountable to it? We have a lot of goal trackers and client development forms and things like that. Again, weight loss is just an example. For any goal for that matter, you will have a lot of assignments, or this is something which is very serious. It's basically an investment in yourself, guys. An investment which will give you high dividends, exponential dividends, if I may say. What are you willing to invest in yourself today, so that you have long-lasting success and happiness in the future? It's starting to develop or invest in your skills, in your personal growth, in your personal development, so that you can achieve things that you are not even thinking about now. You may be capable of a lot of things. Your potential may be so high, but you're not even realizing it today. Coaching will actually reveal more to you about yourself, so that you realize what is your potential, and it will encourage you to bring you closer to your dreams, or bring you closer to your potential. So that is something that coaching does. And if you're someone who's responsible, accountable for your happiness and for your success, yes, coaching will help you achieve all the goals you want. But if it's something like a casual conversation that you want because you just want someone to listen to you and you don't want to do anything about it, then coaching might not be the right platform for you, right? Okay. So another question that we have is, if I need to achieve a goal and suppose it includes a lot of schedules and timetables, does a coach help in keeping up my schedule as well? See, a coach is not a teacher. A coach is not someone who will ask you whether you have followed your timetable, or whether you have done certain things, or whether you are on your schedule. But the coach will allow you to prioritize. The coach will allow you to find time for what really matters to you. A coach will help you to discover more about your, about what things you need to really invest time on, and what things you can, let go. So that clarity will come, and according to that, you can, of course, create a timetable. And also, a coach's job is to ask you, if you follow this timetable, will you reward yourself? If you don't follow this timetable, will you punish yourself for not doing it? So these are two questions that the coach will ask, and you need to think about this yourself. If it's something that you're not doing and you're ready to punish yourself for that, then it means that it is really important to you and you will do it anyway. And that is the belief of coaching. Okay, another question that we have is, will the coaching help, to overcome inner fear in corporate world? Of course. See, here there is a corporate world which is external, and there is you, which is internal. Now, a lot of struggles that we face in the corporate world are due to internal conflicts, or things that you there are a lot of self-limiting beliefs, I believe. A lot of self-limiting beliefs. I have also gone through that phase, so I can vouch for that. A lot of our fears in the corporate world is because of something that is missing in ourselves, or there are some conflicts that we are facing within ourselves. There are certain self-limiting beliefs. There are certain judgments that we have about ourselves. Like most of the women who come back after maternity, they have this inner fear of being judged as someone who leaves early from the office. Now, this is a very common issue, and there are a lot of women who actually struggle with this particular issue. Yes, you can fight your inner struggles. You can fight your inner conflicts through coaching. But again, how is it done is basically through a question answer session. It is through a powerful questioning session, wherein you, at that phase of life, you try and understand what is important to you, what are your priorities, what are your focus areas. Does it really matter what the other people think about you? What really matters is what you think about yourself. Now, to reach that realization point, it takes 1 hour of sitting and thinking clearly, which we don't have. We don't have that kind of time or that kind of luxury these days, because people are running, they're busy with whatever, kids, job, traveling, commuting, all of that. There is not much time to think about yourself, and there is no much time to actually sit at in a very comfortable position and think what is it that you want, or what is it that you want 10 years from now. I mean, that looks like 10 years is something, it's so far, right? Why do you want to think about, let me think about what to cook for tomorrow, right? So that's the mindset that we have. But yes, coaching is something that will enable you to think long term. It's an investment which will reap great dividends. Trust me on that. Okay, we have some people who have joined. Hi Prashant, hi Srini, hi Utkarsha, hi Christy, hi Arun, Deepthi. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We're discussing a couple of questions on coaching. Another question that we have from Arun: does the area of work of a coach intersect with that of a psychologist in any way? See, the fundamental difference between a coach and a psychologist is that a psychologist is an expert in that area. He's an expert. A coach does not need to be an expert in your area, right? So because he is not the one who prescribes anything for you. He's not the one who prescribes a solution for you. The solution will come from yourself. A coach, competency of a coach is powerful questioning, to ask the right questions at the right time, active listening, to actively listen to the client without any judgments. Yeah. And of course, the trust and intimacy that the coach and the client builds with each other, and of course managing their progress and managing progress and accountability. Basically, if you've agreed to a goal, I need to make sure that you're accountable to achieve that goal. So that is my duty, to make sure that you're accountable for whatever we agree together on the coaching session. Yeah. Okay. We have Nitya has joined, Nishant has joined, Sally. Thank you, Auntie, for joining. Okay. So Veena has a question. Will the coaching help me in starting an entirely different and new business, of which I may have no idea or answers in my mind? See, again, this goes back to gaining clarity, right? There are two kinds of people who know what they want and people who don't know what they want, and still they want to do something about it. So if it's clarity that you're looking for, and if you know it at your heart that this is not something, what you're doing currently is not something that you're meant to do, you are meant for greater things, you're meant to achieve greater things in life, yes, then coaching can help you. Coaching can help you discover yourself, discover more about yourself, discover that that's something that is missing, and also help you build all the necessary skills to start a new business. Why not? I mean, we can develop all the skills or anything or any kind of support that is needed to actually launch a startup. So yes, coaching can do that. But again, here the small catch is that it should be something that you really want to do. It should be something that is troubling enough for you, and it should not be something that is a good to have. There is a lot of difference between something that is good to have and something that is must have. The difference between, if it's a goal that is good to have, you will be able to sleep peacefully and wake up in the morning and do all your chores, and you can go to your office, work, come back and sleep. And then it'll just be there. On the weekends, when you have time, you will think about the goal, and then you just forget it over the week. But if it's something that has been troubling you, you will constantly think about it. If it's starting a new business, you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. Even if you think that I don't know if I want to start a new business, I don't think I'm capable for it, all these kinds of thoughts will happen in your mind. You will not be able to think clearly. You will not be able to sleep peacefully at night, even on a work day, when you are very late, when you have had a long day and you've come back, and then still you've done all your household chores. Again, you come back and sleep. It will haunt you. then that is something that triggers an unsettling mind, or that is something that is very troubling enough, and that is where you should talk to a coach, right? uh, if for starting something entirely different, there a lot of humans have this problem of starting something new or starting something different, because we always tend to have a lot of judgments about ourselves. Can I do this? Can I do that? What about my family? What about my income? What about that? What about this? Please don't do that all by yourself. Please talk to a coach. Let's have that conversation one on one, so that you get more clarity. And at the end of the conversation, you will either decide to start, or you will decide to park and then go back to your normal life. But something will come out of it. It will not just remain as a thought hanging in the air where you feel guilty about itself. I've been thinking to start a business 3 years from now, but I have not done anything about it. No, you need to talk to a coach to actually see if it's something that is really important to you, or if it's something that is just a passing fancy. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that question. Hi Chandan. Hi Varun. Hi Tracia. Hi Sikha. Hi Ellen. Okay, another question I have had in my mind is coaching affordable? See, coaching depends on different packages. So one is, so there is life coaching. Life coaching is basically you want to seek more clarity, and you don't know what your priorities are. You want more clarity, or you don't know what needs to be done, but you know that there's something that needs to be done. So that is the space where life coaching comes from. So life coaching has a different approach. It's about 6 to 8 sessions over a period of 3 to 4 months. And that's the very basic package. And because all you need are tools like a wheel of life, or goal tracking form, or decision making metrics. These are all custom made tools that I have created. It's there on Google as well, but then for the ease of my clients, I have created it myself in a more understandable way. But these are some so 100% focus and attention during the session, and a couple of hours outside the session wherein you sit with yourself and work on all these assignments. That is life coaching. And the benefits of life coaching, basically getting more clarity on priorities and what to focus on, what are your goals, and things like that. Now there is something called transformational coaching. This is something very specific for people who are looking to develop a new skill, or improve or enhance an existing skill. It's very relevant to people in the corporate world, wherein you want to improve your communication skills, like you are progressing from an individual contributor to a team manager, and you have no idea, or you have little knowledge about how to go about and deal those conversations with subordinates, with peers, with managers. So these hierarchies of conversations, these kind of communication skills, this is a very specific skill that you're looking at, and that is going to be transformational coaching, which will help you in your career progression. So communication skills, negotiation skills, interpersonal skills, persuasion skills, a lot of soft skills that is generally required by a mid-management level, or someone who's a fresher, who's just joining, and then climbing their way up. It's going to be for them. Okay, so that's one. Another one, I have this book where I have written all the questions, so that's why I keep glancing. Another thing about coaching packages is another one specific coaching program is the Get Hired program, wherein these are for freshers or people with 1 to 3 years of experience who are looking for a career change, who have attended a lot of interviews, and they actually can't seem to crack any of these interviews, or how to perform in an interview, how to build your resume in a very attractive way. Now, these are the things that we will specifically work on in a getting hired coaching program, right? So that's completely different. Again, this will take about 6 to 8 sessions over 3 to 4 months. These are specifically targeted for freshers, fresh graduates from college, freshers, people with 2 to 3 years of experience, right? And another one that we have is moms at work. This is going to be this is personal favorite of mine, because a lot of moms have this problem of work-life balance, feeling guilty of leaving early, how to manage the baby, how to manage even grown-up kids, their schedule, their timetable, their soccer practice, and then coming back home, and then cooking and all of that, and then, and also the fear of being judged in a corporate world. So this is a very specific programs for all the moms who have, either joined back after maternity or joined back after a big gap, how to make their presence, in the organization, and how to approach whatever challenges or situations that they may face in a corporate world, and also greater success and happiness in their personal life. So that is another one. And another very specific, and it's a little premium package, because we also involve a lot of online courses and mentorship in this program. It's called the She Means Business coaching program, exclusively for women who mean business. It's the She Means Business program, business coaching program. It's specifically designed for individuals with work about 5 to 7 years, the millennials. If they want to start a business, they have no idea about it. They have no idea how to launch the business. If they already have a business and it's not picking up well, and they seem stuck. Or if they're looking for an industry change or a career change, or if they're looking for a promotion for a long term. So basically, these are for individuals, women, highly ambitious, overachieving women who mean nothing but business. So that is the She Means Business coaching program. So these are the different types of coaching program that we have. So if you have any further questions, you can always feel free to either send a personal message or book a discovery session. How do you book a discovery session? The website that I just now I launched, www.tmindscoaching.com. There's a lot of hard work that has gone into launching the website. Please do have a look, even if you're not interested in knowing about coaching. It's just that a lot of information that has actually come from my heart it is in there. My whole story of how I've evolved as a coach, where it all started, it's all in there. Is coaching for you? What is results coaching? What is success coaching? Everything is there in that website, and also there is a link to book a session it's basically to book a discovery call with me, so that you can get to know more about coaching, whether you want coaching, whether you want me as a coach. We can discuss everything in that particular session, which is the discovery call. So there is a link to the discovery call in the website. Please do go through the website. If you want to know more about coaching, if you want to know more about me, please do that. Even if you don't really think you need coaching, you should still go and visit the website. So that is a humble request from my side. I hope I have answered all your questions. Thank you, Veena, for the question. Yeah, and thank you everyone who has joined the Facebook Live session. This was my first Facebook Live. Do let me know if you have any further questions. I will do a Q&A because my ultimate aim is to spread awareness about coaching and make people realize how important it is in a person's life, what is the impact that it can create. The impact is it's exponential. It is the learning that you get from a from a coaching session is exponential. The dividends that you get is huge. You will only know about it if you attend one for yourself. Even if it's not with me, you should try and take a coaching session. Even if you don't have any problems in life, if you want to think about your future, and if you want to think what will happen to you 10 years from now, you should take a coaching session with anyone you're comfortable with. With me, of course, you can take anytime you want. So that's it. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to finish this session. I will also give the link for my website below. Please do have a look. Thank you for joining me in the website launch, and I hope I answered all your questions to the best of my abilities. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.